lacrosse game between Sleepy Hollow and our Somers Tuskers. Before the game today, we'd like to remind everybody at no time comments directed at the officials, players, or coaches will be tolerated. Let's please celebrate our wonderful student athletes and have a great day here in Somers. I'd kindly like to ask everybody to now stand. And before the playing of the national anthem, we'd like to observe a moment of silence. Today, we pause to honor and remember Mr. Rob Violante. Rob was a remarkable individual whose legacy as a standout student athlete left a lasting impact on our school and community. Rob was a loving son, brother, uncle, educator, and coach who was loved and respected by everyone he knew, both on and off the field. Let us now observe a moment of silence in memory of Rob, whose spirit will continue to live on in the hearts of those who knew and admired him. Thank you. We kindly ask everybody to remain standing, remove any headwear for the playing of today's national anthem. Thank you, and good luck to both teams.
Welcome to Somers High School for round 2 of the Section 1 Class C Boys Lacrosse Playoffs. Tonight, we have the Somers Tuskers coming into this matchup with rest from their round 1 bye, sitting at 13-3 on the season, as they are taking on the Sleepy Hollow Headless Horsemen, who come into this matchup at 10-6, coming off a win versus Eastchester, 12-2 in round 1 of the playoffs. Somers comes into this matchup as the 2 seed, as Sleepy Hollow comes into this game as the 7 seed, as both teams are set for this ecstatic matchup.
Both teams are ecstatic as the winner of this matchup will play the winner of the Pearl River versus Nyack game also going on today, and it's excitement here out at Somers High School as we are about to get started. So both teams getting ready and are going to head out to the middle. Round 2 of the playoffs. Round 1 for the Tuskers as we are going to get started here. Sleepy Hollow, Somers Tuskers. And as we have a moment, who are some players to look out for the Tuskers today? So, Brandon, who are some of those players?
Let's start off with Miguel Iglesias, number 7, Matt Mayfield, Tristan Iglesias, Cameron Violante, Mason Kelly, Logan Ruby, Dylan Jimenez, and Dean Palazzolo. And Benny, do you want to note some star players on Sleepy Hollow that we should also be looking out for today?
So one player to look out for on Sleepy Hollow is Quincy Newland, number 19. He's also the captain. And number 4, Dylan Paschi. 2 players to look out for on Sleepy Hollow tonight, as the teams head out to the middle, and we're about to get started in a moment as Matt Mayfield and number 2 of Sleepy Hollow is out there for the face-off. That is Wang. So we're back out now to start it off. So it's going to be Sleepy Hollow who starts it off. Back out number 21 who tries to get the early goal. It's going to wind up rolling out of bounds. As there was a shot for the goal, however, goes to the team that was closer, and the call will be Somers' ball still. So Wachell is going to start off with it for the Tuskers. And here comes Tristan Wachell. Goes back out. It's going to find with it now. That is the 6 of Matt Mayfield, who's going to find now to the other side of the field. So with it now, goes back out to Iglesias. Iglesias movement around, finds Kelly. Kelly back to Hernandez. So now Dylan Hernandez. Movement to the back. Got there as Hernandez takes it to the back. It's going to find Russell G, who goes back out to Kelly. Lamo out to Kelly, as now here comes Kelly, running back also in varsity football this past season for the Tuskers. Had multiple touchdowns throughout the season, as now taking it to Iglesias as it goes up, and it's gonna go in! Miguel Iglesias gets the goal. It's gonna be a 1-0 early lead for the Tuskers.
Yes, nice early goal for the Tuskers there. Miguel Iglesias' first goal of the night. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Haddam to kick off our Senior Night Broadcasting Club activities. He's going to speak a little bit about our president, Benny.
Thank you so much, Brandon, and it's certainly an honor to be here with our now famed Somers Broadcasting Club. Want to jump in quick here about Benny. It's one thing to want to do something.
Matt Mayfield with a quick shot off the face-off.
It's one thing to want to do something. Benny not only wanted to do it, he had a vision and he made it happen. And he certainly set a very high standard for the members of our Sports Broadcasting Club, not only for this year, but in years to come. And we'd like to certainly thank Benny Silk again for having a vision, for seeing it through, and for founding something so exciting here in Somers. So on a day where we honor our seniors and seniors standouts, as Jimenez hits the post on that one, we'd like to honor Benny Silk and wish him nothing but the best of luck as he moves forward.
Scramble for the ball there.
Along with Benny.
And number
I'm going to hand it over to you.
13,
Go ahead, Brandon.
Russell comes out with it, and with a quick pass over to Jayden. Who scored, Jayden? Jayden. Scramble for the ball there, and Russell G is able to come out with it. He makes a quick pass out to teammate there.
So, Brandon, I'm going to hand it back to Benny. We'd like to thank you. I know you're trying to find out who scored that last goal. Good luck with that, and let's go Tuskers.
Thank you, Mr. Haddam. Yes, we will get who scored that goal there for you. And that goal was scored by Ryan Brush with an assist from Russell.
So Ryan Brush with that, as that's going to be Ryan Brush's first goal of the day. As now movement with it now is going to be Brush. Brush goes back out. It's going to find Kelly, as Kelly movement around goes up, and it's going to go in. Tuskers are going to take an early 3-0 lead as Ryan Brush finds Mason Kelly, who gets it around, and that's going to go in as Mason Kelly gets the goal, and now it's going to be a 3-0 lead. Great start for the Tuskers in this playoff game. That's definitely how you want to start off the playoffs, as Tuskers already out to an early 3-0 lead.
Number 11, Mason Kelly, with assist from Ryan Brush.
Tuskers coming out hot this game here.
It's going to be a loose ball there.
Oh, loose ball off the face fall.
As still loose there, fighting for the ball. Ruby's going to wind up with it for the Tuskers, so Ruby throws back to his younger brother, Hudson Ruby there. It's Logan Ruby who gets it after that loose ball there, something the Tuskers have been working on to prepare for this game, as they've been working on throughout the season as well. As it goes back now, so with it now, that is waiting to see. That's going to be 13 of Russell, who goes back out to Iglesias, finds his brother Tristan Iglesias. Now Brush with it, cradling it around. It's going to go back to Hernandez. Hernandez back to Battaglia. Battaglia is going to find Kelly, as Kelly's going to take it. Movement around. That's Russell G, as it's going to go back to Iglesias. Loose ball now there, picked back up by Battaglia. As it goes now to the back now, finds Iglesias, as Iglesias goes back to Russell. Finds Miguel Iglesias as it goes up, and
Shot.
A great block there. Does not go in. That was the goalie. A great stop there. Number 17 of Charles Green, who does not allow that to go in. A great stop there. Now taking it back of the Tuskers. So with it now is going to be Iglesias, as it's going to go up a loose ball there.
Loose
As
ball.
it goes up, and Iglesias is going to finish it off and put it in there for the Tuskers. Miguel Iglesias, second goal of the day, as that one goes in. The 7 of Iglesias gets that one in. A great goal there by Miguel Iglesias. There's a reason why this kid is going to Notre Dame to play lacrosse next year, as he gets a goal there. As it's going to be a 4-0 game now.
Yeah, look, there was a scramble for the ball, and Miguel was able to come out with the ball, and he had a quick jumping shot to get another goal for the Tuskers there. It's a 4-0 game with 8:30 remaining in the first period of play.
Kelly's going to take it to the back, finds Brush, as it's going to be moving back to Tristan Iglesias. Tristan Iglesias bringing it around, goes back out. It's going to find, that's number
20 of Battaglia.
Taglia, trying to get a number on the pass there. That was the 4. That's actually one of Palazzolo. Found that, but now with it is going to be Tuskers. That is
Jimenez with a shot past the goalie. A goal for Jimenez, number 16.
Dylan Hernandez has been phenomenal from the beginning of the season as he goes to the back, finds the goal there. A great shot for Dylan Hernandez. Had the first goal of the season and continues to add up his stats as he gets another one. Dylan Hernandez, number 16, is going to get that goal there as that one goes in for the Tuskers. A great goal there. Tuskers, less than 4 minutes into this one. They're already up 5-0. And this team, first playoff game, this team I feel like has potential to go far, and we'll see how far they'll make it throughout the playoffs, but they are definitely starting off strong here as it goes back out to Ruby. Ruby's going to find Palazzolo.
Palazzolo off to Jimenez coming off the bench. He's going to pass it over to Ruby. Ruby over to 12 and over to Iglesias behind that. He's going to pass to his brother Miguel on the far side. Back to Palazzolo at the top. He's going to hand it off to Russell G as he comes in. Back to Jimenez on the near side. Jimenez in with a shot, and a shot in the top left corner.
That's going to be Dylan Hernandez. His second goal of the day. Dylan Hernandez getting 2 quick goals there for the Tuskers, as it's now going to be a 6-0, a whole touchdown lead for the Tuskers. Dylan Hernandez gets it in there, and now it's a 6-0 lead. We're going to head back now into the middle for the face-off. Matt Mayfield and number 2 of Wang out there for Sleepy Hollow. So back out there now.
Face-off win for number 2 of Sleepy Hollow with a quick pass to his teammate number 8. Number 8 cradling now.
8 of Meyer.
8 cradling behind the net. Off to number 9. 9 with a long pass to the top to 21. 21 backwards to 27 now. Sleepy Hollow taking their time establishing the offensive zone with a pass behind the net to number 8. 8 to 19 behind the net. 19 back all the way into the corner. Trying to get space from the defender. He's going to work his way up the Somers sideline. He's going to pass to 27 at the top. Sleepy Hollow having trouble getting into the zone now.
He's guarded by Bileski there. As 27 goes back to 19. Movement now for 19 as tries to go. A great block there for Hudson Ruby to not allow that to go in, but the loose ball is going to wind up going back to Sleepy Hollow. 9's going to take it now. Takes it around.
4. Trying to work around defender, but
goes back to 8. So now 8 with it. Movement around Brandon Lyle guarding there. 8 takes it to the back. Kennedy and Lyle. Defense there as it goes back, finds 10. Who's going to find 27 now for the Tuskers? 27's going to take it. Movement around there. 7 goes to the back.
Pass.
Find.
Passed as he was falling there. 9. Over to looks like number 4 there. Screen set by 27, but ineffective.
Logan Ruby with the knockout there as as Logan Ruby able to knock it out there, and with that, it's going to be Tuskers who get it back. However, it's going to be Tappanzee it's going to be Sleepy Hollow who gets the Tuskers out of bounds. So now with it,
Loose ball, scooped up by number 1 and popped out of it.
so
His
now
stick. So it's still loose over the midline of the field. And Iglesias is going to end up with it. The ball bouncing right into his stick. He's going to pass to 21, his brother, behind the net. Who's going to dump it off?
goes
To
back
Ryan
to Brush.
Brush in the middle with a shot. Shot past the right side of the keeper for his
Ryan
second
Brush.
goal of the night.
Ryan Brush is going to get it in there once again. Number 12 as he squeezes it right in there for the goal. Another great goal for him. It's going to have a 7-0 lead for the Tuskers. And as we have a second, let's talk about some keys in this game for the Tuskers. So what is the key to success in this game for the Tuskers? So, Brandon, what are some of them?
Yeah, so efficient clearing of the ball is going to be a very important factor, which I think so far Somers hasn't had much chance to clear any balls as they've been on the offense most of the time, but we will see as that goes on. And Benny, want to talk about our next bullet?
Yeah, riding efficiently as well is an important goal. But as it's going to be a loose ball now, it's going to be picked back up by Tappanzee. Back to number 4. Going to bring it around. And our final goal also is loose, just pick up loose balls, working a lot. Key to success is being great on the loose balls there. We've seen the Tuskers already doing a good job with that today as it goes out of bounds. Going to be Tappanzee who starts off with it.
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow starting off with it. It goes back. It's going to be taken back by the Tuskers. Lyle is going to take it back as Lyle with it goes back out, finds Ruby. Ruby throws it out high. Ruby's going to find Kennedy as it goes back out to Wachell. Wachell's going to take it now. Wachell goes out, finds Brush. Brush back out to Iglesias as Iglesias takes it around, back out. Now with it is his brother Miguel Iglesias as it goes up.
And it is
in. Miguel Iglesias with that is his 3rd goal of the day, and that goes in. Miguel Iglesias was given the ball by his brother Tristan Iglesias, who set it up to put it in right for the goal. And now it's going to be another one for the Tuskers. Tuskers continuing their phenomenal start. We're now back out for the face-off as Matt Mayfield and Wang are out there. So, gonna start off again. The ball is gonna be Wang and Sleepy Hollow's ball. So the Horsemen are gonna take it now. Back out to 21. Movement around. Gonna go back out. So with it now is
number 8 behind the net, coming across the field. He's trying to work towards the front of the net. He's going to have to pass to number 4. 4 pressured here by the Tuskers defense. Unable to get by. He's going to pass to 9. It's going to be a loose ball taken by Wachell. Wachell charging down the field now.
Picked up by Tristan Wachell as Wachell's going to take it now down. Goes back out to Tristan Iglesias. Tristan Iglesias goes on back to Miguel Iglesias. Miguel Iglesias is going to take it. Goes back out. It's going to find Tristan Iglesias again. Guarded by number 15. Back out to Miguel Iglesias. Takes it from behind. Back out to Battaglia. Now taking his time as Battaglia, as Kelly's out there as well. Decides to pass it to Kelly. Kelly taking it. Guarded by number 10. As Kelly tries to use his running back skills to get around number 8, I believe, to get it up. And then the end to get it into the goal as the Tuskers are going to get it in. And it's going to be a 9-0 lead. So Kelly there again is able to get it in, running it around, and also using scoring goals to get it in for number 11 of Mason Kelly as it goes in. And it's now going to be a 9-0 lead for the Tuskers. As we're now back out in the middle for the face-off. Loose ball there. It's going to be taken back. Mayfield with it. Mayfield's going to take it right down. This goes back out. Loose ball, and it winds up going out.
Iglesias was closest there, so he's going to start with it. Iglesias over to his brother Miguel. Miguel to the top. He finds Will Marcus.
Will Marcus, also a senior at Somers High School in.
Ball finds its way to Jimenez. Jimenez back to the top there. In now for the Tuskers is going to be Jayden Newman of number 18. He's going to have the ball now. He's going to try to work his way into the middle with a shot. Shot is blocked by the keeper, and it's a loose ball bouncing up in the air.
Loose ball still, as it's going to be Sleepy Hollow who winds up with it, but loose again. It's going to be Jimenez who picks it back up. Dylan Jimenez bringing it around now as it goes to the back now. As it's going to be Iglesias goes back out to Brush. Brush finds Russell as it goes up, and Russell G gets it in. The Tuskers. It's not even the end of the first quarter. Number 13 of Russell G gets it in. Not even the end of the first quarter, as it's going to be a 10-0 lead. And we knew from the beginning this would be an easy matchup for the Tuskers, as this Sleepy Hollow team in this game was dismantled by Briarcliff 11-6 at the start of the season, at which the Tuskers dismantled 18-3. But
how do we say the name again? Russell.
But it's been a great performance for
Girolamo.
or
Maybe
the
just say
Tuskers
Russell
in this
G.
one, as they're already up 10-0. But the Sleepy Hollow team has had a great season as well. So a few standout wins as Iglesias goes back. A few standout wins, including a win versus Rhineck, 16-1, and a 20-10 win over Dobbs Ferry. As now with it is the Tuskers, as Bush throws it back to Jimenez. As goes back now. Jimenez with it. Number 16 taking it. And it's going to be a block there. And it's going to be a loose ball now there. Still loose there. It's going to be picked back up. And it's still loose. Kelly out there. It's going to wind up with it now. Other side of the field. And the loose ball there. Sleepy Hollow able to get it on the loose ball. A great job there by Sleepy Hollow. It's going to be loose again. Hudson Ruby, the goalie, winds up with it. Hudson Ruby, at the start of the season, was only playing the second half for this Tuskers squad, but he's showed how great of a goalie he is and found his way into playing the entire game, as he has improved a lot through the season. As Hudson Ruby gets another block there, as now it's going to be taken down. Iglesias now with it, as Miguel Iglesias movement around, goes back out, going to find his brother.
Number 21, Tristan Iglesias, with a goal on the pass from his brother Miguel Iglesias. Great play there. 2 passes and a goal. Hudson Ruby had it back at the Tuskers goal. He made a long pass, half the field, to Iglesias. Iglesias ran about 30 yards and then passed it off to his brother Tristan, who was able to score.
Yeah, and what a great goal by Tristan Iglesias. Tristan Iglesias has been a great player for the Tuskers throughout the entire season, and I'm excited to see how he does next season as well when watching this team play, as he's going to be an important player next season as well. As now Sleepy Hollow gonna loose ball now, loose ball there, and who lines up with it? It's going to be the Tuskers. Hard to tell who picked it back up. As now Hudson Ruby's going to throw it back out. Hudson Ruby movement around as there's 20 seconds left in the first. Goes back out. Logan Ruby back out, but Paul's going to be forcing enforcement, and it's going to be Tappansy's. It's going to be Sleepy Hall's ball. So now Sleepy Hall with it, number 1, back out to 4. 4 with it now, bringing it around, back out to 1. As movement now for number 1 as it goes up, and it's going to be a great block there again by Hudson Ruby, not allowing that to go in for the Tuskers, as the first quarter is going to run out. And the Tuskers have started off strong here against the Horsemen, as it's an 11-0 game. How about those Tuskers? And yeah, and it's been a great first quarter. But as we have a moment, let's talk about the other 2 seniors. So first off, we have Mark, good friend of mine as well, and he hasn't been hasn't really been super into sports, but since the beginning he's been there as like an extra person to help out, and he's really done a ton. He's done camera for multiple games. Fortunately not here today, but he's helped a lot with the camera. He's also been the acting sports broadcasting treasurer, and he's had a few great ideas as well. And yeah, so yeah, Mark has done a lot, being here since the beginning. And then Josh joined just recently, and he's helped out a little bit too he's been great on like the question side of things. Like he's come out with some great questions for interviews as of late, including the interview with Coach Hirsch and Coach JT recently, and Coach Safarowski. And then and then he's also been writing some questions to ask Coach about the game plan and the game overall. So he's been doing a great job on that. A little bit about our other 2 seniors in the club. I want to thank Mr. Haddam, who came on to talk about me before. I very much appreciate it. As we have a moment till the second quarter, Brandon, do you want to talk?
Now, usually we wait for halftime for this, but I think we can do this now. Let's talk about some notable players on Somers so far. So far we have Miguel Iglesias with 3 goals already at the end of the first period of play. Mason Kelly with 2. Mason Kelly with 1. Ryan Brush with 2. Dylan Jimenez with 2. And then Tristan with Iglesias with 1 after that assist from Miguel Iglesias. Our Tuskers are playing great so far, and no goals for Sleepy Hollow.
I know. Great job on the Tuskers defense side, I think. Great job for Hudson Ruby stopping multiple goals as well. And a big reason why the score is 11-0 in this game. He has really helped out on that side of things. But as we still have a moment, I talked to Coach Hirsch, and I asked him, what may we expect to see from Sleepy Hollow today? And he said, Sleepy Hollow will mix up their coverages. We've already seen a bit of that today, and we'll see if they'll continue. But yeah, Somers definitely ready for that as well. As we're going to get back out in the middle for the face-off now, as looks like it's going to be called, once again, Sleepy Hollow's ball. And Matt Mayfield did have that, but they're going to give it Sleepy Hollow after the call there, as Wayne goes back out, finds 21, as movement around fast-paced down the field for Sleepy Hollow. 8's going to take it from behind. Goes back behind. Number 8 goes back out. It's going around now. Already an 11-0 game. A domination performance by the Tuskers. If you're just getting here, Sleepy Hollow, the Horsemen, take from behind. Back out to number 4 now. One of the players. Also, Coach Hirsch said to look out for today, as it's going to be taken from behind. Slow movement now there, as going to be taken back. Finds number 8 as it goes back out. A loose ball there. And it's still loose, and Sleepy Hollow somehow winds up with it, as a loose ball again there. And it's going to go out. Who touched it last? Yes, it was Sleepy Hollow who touched it last. So the Tuskers and Wachell starts off with it, as here comes Palazzolo. Fast movement now for Palazzolo, as they're going to take it down, as Penzo is going to find Russell.
Yeah, Tristan Iglesias there behind the net. And then we had number 13 of Russell that came in, took a pass from Tristan, and took a quick shot that was knocked down by the goalie. And Sleepy Hollow is going to take over on possession now. So number 10 up the near sideline, pressured by multiple Somers defenders, who are...
winds up going out of bounds after the movement there, and
pushed out of bounds. So it will be ruled Sleepy Hollow's ball. So number 19 of Sleepy Hollow to start with it now.
So as it goes back out now. Movement behind now for Sleepy Hollow. As it looks like we got a little bit of the circle formation going now for Sleepy Hollow, as 27 has it. Goes to the back. We have there on defense, we got Russell G, as 27's going to take it now. Takes it from behind. Goes back out to number 8. Going back. Going to find 3 now. Goes back to number 1. Movement now for Sleepy Hollow, guarded by number 17 and JJ Penzo in for the Tuskers, as it goes now to the back. 8 with it, taking it from behind, as it's going to wind up rolling out of bounds. And as we have more, I just want to talk about how great this Tuskers team has improved throughout the season. So in the beginning, they did have some great dominant performances to start off the season. That 17-4 win against Scarsdale, but they've had each game they've had has been a dominant performance, except for the 2 of the top teams in the nation. But Tuskers have had some great games, and by this point of the season, they have dominated even more than they did Scarsdale the top teams in the section, including Greeley and yeah, just Greeley and Pleasantville. And
Yep.
yeah, they've just been playing phenomenal as Tuskers squad.
Somers with possession now, so Miguel Iglesias over to Kelly. Kelly across the middle to Battaglia. Battaglia trying to work past the defender. He's in the middle. He has a shot. Shot past the keeper. Low shot. That was number 20, Matt Battaglia.
And the 20 of Battaglia gets it in. What a shot for him. As now the Tuskers extended to a 12-0 lead. And Matt Battaglia, number 20, gets it in as yeah, it's going to be 12-0 lead. We're already up to at least the number in regular season point lead for the clock to start running, but we are not sure if this rule applies for the playoffs. Anyway, we're going to get started in the middle for the face-off.
Face-off win for Mayfield. Mayfield with a quick pass to Iglesias, who hits the post, and the ball will trickle out of bounds, and closest to it will be Kieran Pico.
So as there's a shot for the goal, it was the closest to it. So with the Tuskers being closer, they're going to be able to retain possession as now Iglesias goes back out to Kelly. Kelly taking his time as it's going to go back out to Hernandez. Hernandez who goes back out. Going to find, that is number 18 of Jayden Newman. As now to the back with it now, that is Tristan Iglesias. As Tristan Iglesias goes back out, a loose ball there now. And it's going to be picked back up by Mason Kelly as Mason Kelly goes to it. It's going to go to the back now with Hernandez now with it.
And that was a quick shot there by Jimenez coming across the middle. And as we take the ball out of bounds,
Tristan Iglesias is going to start off with it now as he's going to throw it out of bounds. So Tuskers spread it on out as Tristan Iglesias taking to the back, finds Miguel Iglesias, it goes up! Miguel Iglesias with goal number 4 of today for him, as it's now a 13-0 lead, and Miguel Iglesias gets it in for his 4th goal of the day. Number 7 of Miguel Iglesias with the goal. We're going to head back now into the middle for the face-off.
and now, quickly before the face-off, let's take a look at our goalies for today. So, Somers goalies, we have Hudson Ruby, Ryder Pelicky, and Andrew Marzella.
So now taking it is Sleepy Hollow as number 8 with it, and 8's gonna take it to the back now. So 8 taking his time, guarded by the Tuskers, number 26, Brandon Lyle. As it goes back, it was a loose ball, but number 3 of Sleepy Hollow was able to pick it up as 8 now back with it. Sleepy Hollow taking it around, 8 with it, goes to the back. Goes back out to 19. Movement around now. They loose, picked back up. As it goes back, a loose ball there. That's going to be picked up by Holton Boleski. So Boleski takes it back for the Tuskers. Fast movement now for the Tuskers. Finds Iglesias. Iglesias goes up, and it's going to go in. Miguel Iglesias gets his 5th goal of the day. Tuskers now up 14-0 as the 7 of Miguel Iglesias gets it in. A great goal there by Miguel Iglesias as he finds the goal there. Miguel Iglesias has been phenomenal for the Tuskers throughout the season again and again, and has been a big reason why the Tuskers have been as great as they have been throughout the season. Now back in the middle for the face-off. A loose ball. Who winds up with it? Multiple players there. And Sleepy Hollow, they've been actually doing pretty good, the face-offs today, as 27 brings it down the field, and it almost goes in, but Hudson Ruby there on the defense as the goalie, not allowing it to go in. Flag now out as
Referees coming together to talk about it, I believe.
And as we have a moment, let's just talk about the past sectional championships for the Tuskers. So, past sectional championships were 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2006, and 2009. And hopefully we'll see them winning it again this year. I think this team has a very good chance to get back and win the section, but it's going to be some tough teams. Like, we're playing pretty good today, but if we win this game, Tuskers are gonna take on Pearl River, and then they also will most likely have to take on Rye as well. So we'll see what happens there, but it's definitely very exciting. I'm excited to see what happens. As Sleepy Hollow starts off with it, goes back out now, back out to Sleepy Hollow, goes back out to 19, who goes to 21, brings it to the back out to 4, as gonna be taken back by the Tuskers. Tristan Wachell.
Wachell now, looking for Ash. He's backed up into the corner on the field. He's gonna be able to get out of it, as a whistle is gonna blow, and it is gonna be a timeout for the Somers Tuskers there. We have 6:39 remaining in the second period of play. 14-0 Somers.
And as we have a moment, let's talk about the Division I college commits for the Tuskers. So we have Miguel Iglesias. He's going to college to play lacrosse. He was a star quarterback but on varsity football, but he decided to go on the track of lacrosse, and you could see as he is as good at lacrosse as he is at football. And yeah, he's going to play at Notre Dame, also a top school for lacrosse. So they did lose Syracuse in the playoffs this year. And then we have Logan Ruby, who's going to Springfield College. And we got Mason Kelly as well, also deciding to go to college for lacrosse. And he's going to Brown University. Good school there. And then Tristan Wachell, also, he's going to Emerson College, where he will be playing lacrosse there. And yeah, let's just talk about this game so far. The Tuskers have been playing phenomenal. And just how they've been playing, if they continue playing how good they've been playing, it should be an easy win. They're on pace. They're on pace to score 28 in this game. It's not even halftime yet. That's just putting two halves together. And then, yeah. But as we have a moment, I want to talk about the Tuskers season this year. So a few matchups that have stuck out to me overall. So this 10-5 loss to New Canaan. Yes, it was a loss. But New Canaan, I've even seen stuff about this New Canaan team, how great they've been on Instagram and stuff. And this New Canaan team is special. One of the best teams in the nation. The fact that we only lost to them by 5 points in a 10-5 game, only allowing them to score 10. That was a special game, and a great game that especially stuck out for me, the Tuskers. I think this Briarcliff 18-6 game against Briarcliff, I think that was an important game that after 2 losses, it really helped with momentum for the Tuskers to get them back into the swing of things and start off this long streak. And then continuing that with that April 15th game against Hen Hut as well, as we're going to start back off with it now. A few more matchups I'll talk about in a bit as well. So now it's going to be Hudson Ruby who goes back out.
Hudson Ruby was almost at midfield there, the goalie, making a pass over the line. So it's going to find its way to Iglesias. Iglesias to his brother Tristan. Tristan across behind the net, so 18. 18 finds 13 of Russell G. He's going to find Ryan Brush at the top. Brush.
So back out now. Goes to the back. That's going to be Tristan Iglesias, guarded by 15. 15. Movement around of Iglesias on defense. Iglesias is coming around. Iglesias to the back. That's going to be an attempted undershot for the goal. It winds up going off to the left and goes out of bounds. The Tuskers are going to start back off with it as Kelly is bringing it back. That's Tristan Iglesias bringing it back in. Tristan
Tried to go low with it. And Kelly to the top there. Ball's going to get into Miguel Iglesias sticking. He's going to be knocked out and loose. Loose ball still and scramble for it now. Somers going to come out on top. It's going to find its way to Iglesias on the far sideline. A pass intended for Jayden Newman is going to be knocked loose. The shot clock is going to run out, and you know what that means. It's going to be Sleepy Hollow who's going to take over. But nothing to sweat here for the Tuskers. They're still up 14-0, so letting the shot clock run out and losing the ball is something the Tuskers could definitely afford here, as going to be with it now. Tuskers have it back as Iglesias is going to take it. So Tuskers with it now as Miguel Iglesias slowing it around as he tries to get the underhand goal. Did that go in? No. As knocked to the side, I believe. And Sleepy Hollow is going to take over on possession. It's going to be 21 passing. across the 7-7, back to 21. They're going to work back and forth to get across midfield. 21-16, whistle blows. And I believe that's going to be another timeout there called.
Yeah, so another timeout there. And with that, as we have 4:42 left until halftime, let's talk about the captains. So captains we have for the Tuskers are Dean Palazzolo, Matt Mayfield, a senior, Miguel Iglesias, a senior, Logan Ruby, who's been phenomenal on defense. Matt Mayfield's been phenomenal on the face-offs this year. Miguel Iglesias has been phenomenal all around. We also have Mason Kelly, who's been phenomenal on offense there, getting multiple goals throughout the season. Ryan Brush, who's been great this season on offense, getting multiple goals as well. Also great on defense at varsity football for the Tuskers. And then we have Tristan Watchell, who's been a great, important player for the Tuskers on defense. And yeah, those are your Tuskers captains as it's a 14-0 game. And I'm going to want to continue talking about a few Somers matchups that have stuck out. There's so many, we got to do 2 segments for this. So that 9-6 win over Farmingdale on April 17th. Farmingdale's a team that lost in the Class A Lacrosse State Championship last year, and the fact that we beat them by 3 points, just a great performance by the Tuskers, and that just shows that this team is special. And then that 23-7 win against Pleasantville on April 22nd, and it was a big blowout against a team that the Tuskers lost to in overtime in 2024, and then that 20-6 win over Greeley, a big blowout domination against a team that eliminated the Tuskers in the playoffs last year, and then that 17-7 win over Mamaroneck to end the season. And it was a domination performance against the top team in Class A. Just some very impressive performances for this Tuskers team.
We're back from the timeout now. 17 with it. The Sleepy Hollow goalie. He's going to pass. That's going to be intercepted there by number 19. I believe he's going to toss it away. I believe that was an intended pass for Miguel Iglesias, but it was way out of his way. So Sleepy Hollow is going to start up again.
So Sleepy Hollow starts off with it. 21 goes back out to the goalie, number 17. As we go back now, that's a ball up in the air. A loose ball there. Sleepy Hollow, number 4. Dylan Paschetz picks it up. As it's going to be loose there. Knocking it out of the Tuskers. That is Tristan Watchow. Great defense there, as now goes back out to Lyle. A loose ball there again. Marzella in as goalie there currently, as the ball winds up rolling out, and
player's whistle dead. From what I was able to tell there, the ball was loose in front of the net, and Marzella's stick was knocked out of his hands. I believe I saw him go down and cover it with just his gloves.
So yeah, Marzella. So now Sleepy Hollow is going to start out, but Marzella now in as the goalie as it goes up. An off shot there, winds up going off to the right, not going in. So now with it, it's going to be Sleepy Hollow. As they were closer after the shot, they're going to be able to retain possession. So now Sleepy Hollow with it, goes back out, finds 19. 19's going to take it around, brings it back around as goes to the back, guard by Brett Kennedy for the Tuskers, and 22 of Tristan Watchell. It's a loose ball there now. Loose ball, it's going to be picked back up as Tristan Watchell picks it up for the Tuskers, goes back out, is going to find Logan Ruby, who brings it down the field, back out to Iglesias, who goes to his brother Tristan Iglesias, and Tristan Iglesias, number 21, is going to get his second goal of the day. Little time since the Tuskers' last goal, but Tristan Iglesias, number 21, is going to get it in. Another one for him. And now it is going to be
both of his goals were both from passes from his brother Miguel Iglesias. That chemistry they may have there, allowing them to work together. Mayfield, and for the face-off, it's going to be a loss for Mayfield. Sleepy Hollow is going to take over possession. Number 9 over to 19 to 27 at the top.
So now with his Sleepy Hollow, number 8 taking it around, as 8 movement for Sleepy Hollow, goes back out, finds 27, as it's going to be a ball there and picked back up by 19, and the ball is going to wind up rolling out of bounds with number 27 picking it up for Sleepy Hollow. Now 27 with it. He's going to take it around. That's going to be loose again, taken back by the Tuskers after the loose ball there picked up. It's going to go back out to Palazzolo. Movement now for Palazzolo, bringing it down the field for the Tuskers. Goes back out to Iglesias, who finds Lyle and Brandon Lyle. Yeah, that's Brandon Lyle. First home goal of the season for him, as he is going to get it in for the Tuskers. How about that as that goes in? What a play by Brandon Lyle.
Do the point and the score. 26.
Wait. So his first goal, that's his first career goal, or first goal of the year as it goes in. Now a 16-0 lead for number 26 of Brandon Lyle, as we're now back out. A loose ball there. Tuskers take it back now. As with it now is Logan Ruby, the Springfield commit, as it goes from behind. Back out to Iglesias. Finds his brother Miguel Iglesias. Miguel Iglesias bringing it around.
Rolls it out to Ryan Brush. Brush across to Battaglia at the middle.
There goes Battaglia, who goes back out to... So now with it, Hernandez, who finds Tristan Iglesias. Tristan Iglesias bringing it around. Decides to go back out. Finds Bush, who goes back out to Mendez. Mendez bringing it around as it goes back out to Bush. Bush to the bottom. Is going to go back, find Battaglia. That's Tristan Iglesias. So Tristan Iglesias now taking it. Tristan Iglesias back to Ryan Bush. Bush back out now to Hernandez. Hernandez now with it. Hernandez guarded by number 2 as Hernandez going to take it around. Hernandez to the back. As it goes up, it's going to wind up going out to the left there. And with that, it's going to be
Sleepy Hollow ball. Yep. So goalie number 17 was able to race and get possession for his team. So 7 of Sleepy Hollow will bring it back in. Let's see if Somers is able to intercept before he gets across. Attempt from Iglesias and number 1, Palazzolo, very physical there, with the ball coming over the line on number 4. And I believe that's going to be a timeout called by Sleepy Hollow there. Sleepy Hollow timeout.
So, yeah, timeout there by Sleepy Hollow. Let's talk about a few matchups that stuck out to me for Sleepy Hollow. So we had that 11-6 loss to Briarcliff. Briarcliff's a good team, but a team that also Somers dominated. And a 10-7 loss against North Salem, but a few wins that stuck out for me for the Sleepy Hollow squad is 16-1 win against Rhinebeck, and the 20-10 win over Dobbsbury. Some great wins there, and then another great win against Westlake, 12-11, and then that win against Eastchester, 12-2 in the first round of the playoffs for Sleepy Hollow there. But they are scoreless today, and currently this timeout, need to figure out how they could get back on the scoreboard. It's looking really good for the Tuskers at this moment, but the Horsemen, let's see if they're going to be able to get back. And yeah, so 16-0 is your score currently. And as we have another moment here, as the teams head out, let's talk about the weather currently going on right now. It's 71 degrees and 1 mile per hour winds. Nice night here out at Somers High School in this game as Tuskers are rocking and rolling. And we're gonna, as we head back to the middle and we are in the playoffs now, let's give some background on last year's section Class C champions. Last year's Class C champion was Y, and definitely opponent the Tuskers will most likely have to take on, or if not, someone who beat this Y squad if in this playoffs. So yeah, so now back out with it. It's gonna be Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow number 4. 1 minute left to play in the first half. Shot for number 4. It's gonna bounce over the net, and number 19 of Sleepy Hollow is gonna recover. And Somers is going to be able to knock it out of the stick and gain possession. So that's going to be 27 of Somers there. 27
That's
Andrew
Andrew
Marzella.
Movement down the field now as JJ Penzo goes back out, finds Jimenez, who goes back out to Tristan Iglesias. So Tristan Iglesias moving around, guarded by number 17 as taking it slow. Bolesky back out there as well as Tristan Iglesias runs around Bolesky. Trick play there. Tristan Iglesias still with it. Goes up. Loose ball. Great defense there. Number 17 picks it up of Green for the Horsemen. And Brandon, as we have a moment, do you want to talk a little bit about the Horsemen's, how they come out at whole games? Something very cool.
Yes, so something we were talking about before the game for the football season, the Horsemen enter the field behind a horse that has a headless horseman riding on it. They exit from the woods and enter the turf from the woods. We thought that was a very cool entrance. That probably the best entrance a football team has around here. As clock winds down on the half, 10 seconds left. Somers with possession, maybe looking for a quick goal as they go into halftime. Miguel Iglesias with that at the top. He's going to pass over to Tristan.
Loose ball.
Loose ball. Number 13.
Russell G.
Garoppolo.
And
With his second goal of the night with 1.1 seconds remaining on the half. That is going to make the score 17-0. Tuskers are going to most likely enter halftime with a 17-0 lead. Mayfield's heading out there for the faceoff, but my guess is the faceoff will take place and the teams will probably just not have much time to do anything but stand and wait.
But
for
let's see,
halftime.
because the Tuskers throughout the season have gotten some quick goals from the face-off with time left in the first half. But it looks like here, they're going to be giving the ball to
The Tuskers
Tuskers. So let's see, Tuskers could do something very quick here as
with
they're
1
gonna start
second.
off. Mayfield could just get something very quick as it goes up, tries to get it in the goal. If that almost goes in, that
Wide
would
shot.
have been an amazing goal, but too high there.
Wide shot there, and I mean, not much you can do from that distance. Teams entering halftime.
So yeah, we're gonna head to halftime. Your score 17-0. There, just some great plays there in the first half. But we will be right back in a moment after our quick commercial break. See you in a moment.
Watch the Soma Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports,
Back, he throws. There's 2 defenders on the tight end.
interview guests,
Here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today.
predict upcoming sport games,
To win it 26-23, the Chargers win.
debate sports,
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports,
Alex Bowman. I think he could make it far. He's been impressive.
and much more.
I'm with
Nicky Duffy.
Dean Palzall.
I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports Broadcast. You could find them on YouTube and Spotify.
And welcome back as the Tuskers have been walking and rolling, dominating. So much great gameplay for the half as it's been all Tuskers on the scoreboard. Up currently 17-0. So many great goals. We have 5 goals from Miguel Iglesias. We got 2 from Ryan Brush and Russell G, Dylan Hernandez, and Tristan Iglesias. And we have 1 from Mason Kelly, Matt Battaglia, and Brandon Lyle. And a great game for the Tuskers in this first half. It's 17-0. It's just halftime. They're on pace to still score 34. Probably won't, but still a phenomenal performance for the Tuskers. And yeah, what a great first half. So many great plays. And let's talk about what are some plays that stuck out for you, Brandon. Are there a few that come to mind for you?
Well, immediately, personally, my favorite play of the half, this one really stuck out to me. It was Tristan Iglesias' first goal of the night It was very, very quick. 2 passes and then a goal. So just to go over that play really quickly, Hudson Ruby, goalie for Somers, had the ball just in front of the net. He made a pass to the 50-yard line that was received by Miguel Iglesias. Miguel Iglesias ran about 30 yards with the ball, and he was able to make a running pass to Tristan Iglesias, who had a quick shot past the goalie. That was my favorite play, my best play of the first half.
Yeah, so many great plays. It's just tough to pick one. So many great Iglesias goals. Also that Brandon Lyle goal. Very great. See him finally get one in this season. And that was just a great... But that was just a great goal for him overall. So much momentum here from the sidelines. Fans ecstatic to see him get the goal and the team as well. And I think that's one play to shout out. But also that Miguel Iglesias goal, that one that got it from far, and he got it right in. To get it in right between multiple players standing in it, and that takes talent. And that, I say, is also a great goal. And then Tristan Iglesias' underhand goal as well was also one that stuck out. Mason Kelly goal to start things off also was a great goal. And yeah, this team, it's been a great team effort today. There's not, despite Miguel Iglesias having 5 goals and some players do better than others, it really comes down to a team effort, and really it goes to all the players to show up, and this coaching staff as well, which has been doing a great job this year. We have Coach Hirsch, who's been great to work with this season, having him on the Soma Sports broadcast as for an interview, and also working to get a lot of questions to just get better and familiarize myself with the Tuskers game plan, just more about the game of lacrosse overall. And then we have Coach Spieline and also Coach DeVito as well. Coach DeVito, we also did a post-game interview with him as well, and both of them have been great help and supportive of what we've been doing as well, which is great. And we also have Coach Flecko and Coach Wajua for the Tuskers. And also Coach Packard, who does the JV and helps sometimes with the varsity as well. But yeah, those are our coaches. But is there a certain player, Brandon, that have stuck out to you in this first half for the Tuskers, and for Sleepy Hollow as well?
Yeah. So my standout player of the first half for Somers is going to be Miguel Iglesias. I feel like that's the unanimous choice there. 5 goals, I believe 2 assists. He's played amazingly. And then on Sleepy Hollow, I mean, not much for them to show on the scoreboard, but this is hard. But I think despite giving up 17 goals, I have to say their goalie, number 17, Charles Green, is probably their best player right now, only because without him, this probably could be a 25-26-0 game. Despite giving up 17 goals already, he does have a few good saves.
Yeah, definitely. That's definite there. And besides Miguel Iglesias, I'll mention a few other players because, Miguel Iglesias has been doing great. But a few other players that have stuck out for the Tuskers: Dylan Hernandez, Tristan Iglesias, and Mason Kelly, Ryan Brush, Russell G. They have been great, important players on the offense there. Also, Dean Palazzolo, who's getting some more ball time more than usual as well. But it's been an exciting game as this Sleepy Hollow squad came a 30-minute drive to get here, and so far it's been the home field advantage for sure for the Tuskers, as they're currently up 17-0. A great game for them. But Brandon, what do you see happening in the second half?
Continuation of Somers' domination. I see them making some subs, but I feel like Sleepy Hollow is also going to make some subs as well, as this game starts to become unreachable, as we have 1 minute 30 seconds left remaining in halftime. I see this being a final score of 27-2. I have Sleepy Hollow getting 2 goals later in the fourth quarter. possibly when Somers subs are in.
Wow, you really see them scoring that much? But yeah, that would be phenomenal as Tuskers, most points they've scored this season is 24. I believe that was in the Pleasantville game. But yeah, as I think it's going to be Tuskers continue, but they're not going to score as many points because going to start to rest their starting players. Sleepy Hollow, they're in it. They've got nothing to lose. They're down by a lot. If they lose this game, their season's over. I think they keep the starters in till the end like we've seen other teams do this season. And I think it's going to wind up being a 24-5 win for the Tuskers as the backups do good. But let's just take a look at some highlights now before we come into the second half. So here we got Ryan Brush. We got the Tuskers there. So as they're going to take it. So now it goes back to Hernandez, and that was a great goal there by Dylan Hernandez before. Here's another one now as goes to the back. Looks to be Iglesias there. A great goal. That was the goal I was actually talking about before. That was play of the game, and a great goal there by Iglesias. Now we got one for Brush as that one winds up going, and a great goal there by the Tuskers. Iglesias, and there's just some great goals. Here's another one there as Tristan Iglesias who finds Miguel Iglesias. He brings it around. A great underhand pass from Miguel Iglesias. That player has talent. Another great player great play for him as Tuskers. And they're static and ready to get started for the second half. Well, it looks like we already have some backups heading on in. We got Luke Duffy heading in for the Tuskers now, a senior at Somers High School, and number 15 in of Gianni Bernardi in to start for the second half. We got JJ Penzel out there for the face-offs in the second half as well, already to start things off. And we have number 24 Wiggins out there as well for the Tuskers, as we're going to get started back up now as number 8 of Sleepy Hall is going to take it. Goes back now to the back as Sleepy Hall takes it.
Yep, passes over to 19. 19 near the Somers sideline. Pressured by 55 Kieran Pico. Gonna make a pass to number 4 over to 27. Unable to get possession. It's gonna be knocked around, and it's gonna be scooped up by number 4, contested by Jared Castillo of Somers there. 27 with it now.
Goes up.
Absolutely 20 bodies Jared Castillo. He's gonna make a shot that's gonna go wide, and Sleepy Hollow will be closest. So number 9 of Sleepy Hollow is going to start there. Sorry, had some difficulties with our camera there. We're back now. Number two with it. Yes, he's gonna make a pass over 9-9, cradling around, passes it to number 8, I believe. He's gonna make a shot for number 8 as the clock expires. So Somers is going to take over possession. Shot was wide anyways, nowhere near the net. So we have number 27 of Somers, Andrew Marzella, to start us off with a long pass.
Gonna go back out to Penzo now as movement now for JJ Penzo, bringing it down. Out there also for the Tuskers, we have number 10. That is gonna be George Sullivan, and yeah. So now with it now, it's gonna be knocked out. George Sullivan had it, as now it's gonna be a loose ball there, picked back up by Tappan Z. 19 taking it, goes back. Loose ball there as it's going to be picked up by Andrew Marzella, denying the ball to go in. So Sleepy Hollow tries to get it, loses it there, as now with it now is number 18.
Jayden Newman. Newman with a pass over to 14 of Xander DiPasquale.
It goes back out to 10 of Sullivan. Back out to number 35 of Steinberg. As it goes back out to Duffy. Duffy around. There goes Luke Duffy as he's going to bring it to the back. Number 7 of Sleepy Hall on the great defense there as Duffy goes back as it goes up, and it's going to go in. DiPasquale gets it in for the Tuskers.
Number 14, Xander DiPasquale, his first goal of the night.
And a great goal by DiPasquale as that one's going to go in. An 18-0 game for the Tuskers. And now it's going to be an 18-0 game for the Tuskers as JJ Penzo and the Tuskers head back out there for the face-off. JJ Penzo out there and Wang out there for Sleepy Hollow. Wang's actually been doing a great job for the face-offs against Matt Mayfield, who's been out most of the game and has been phenomenal in the face-offs throughout the season. Matt Mayfield also doing great as well, but Wang giving up a great fight as it's going to be Sleepy Hollow who starts off with it. Back out to 8. Sleepy Hollow brings it from behind. Goes to the back guard by 25. It's going to bring it back. 4 out there open. 27 open as he's going to find 4 there. This 4 is going to take it now. Guarded there for the Tuskers. That is 15 of Bernardi.
4 with a shot that stick got caught up there. It was a low shot, bounced right into the stick of Marzella. Marzella with a pass to Pico. Pico looking for a long pass. He's going to choose a mid pass option. It's going to work its way back to Marzella. Marzella pass off to Holden Burleski. Burleski charging up the field. Passes it off to George Sullivan. Sullivan with a pass behind the net. Over to Xander DePasquale. DePasquale back to the top. Finds Jared Castillo. Castillo.
Now with it is Steinberg as it goes back out to Newman. Newman goes back out. It's going to find DePasquale as it goes around. Back out now to, that's number
Cooper Steinberg.
30 Fergus Steinberg. As it goes back out to 18 to Newman. Newman's taking it from the back. Number 1 on the guard there of Marucci. As movement around there as here goes Newman as it's going to be a loose ball now. And ball winds up going out. The attempted shot for the goal. That will make it tap Sleepy Hollow's ball.
They're going to have possession. They're 27 up the field, closely guarded there by George Sullivan. But he's going to get past, so he's heading up the field, working his way behind the net. Maybe he might be able to go backwards for a goal. He does go backwards for a shot, and it is picked by Marzella. Ball kicks loose, and it is recovered by Steinberg. Steinberg with a long pass to Castillo. Castillo with a pass to DePasquale. He has a pass to Duffy in the middle and is knocked down. And it's going to be scooped up by number 10 of Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow with a pass to 8 at the far sideline. Passes back to 10. 10 with a shot. Saved by Marzella.
What a save by Andrew Marzella. And with that, it's going to be the Tuskers who will hold on and will get the ball back. So now with it now is Harry Boleski.
Freshman in the game for Somers.
Goes back out to DePasquale, who goes back out to Bernardi. Bernardi taking his time, goes back out to 32 of Costello. Gonna be moved around as Boleski goes back now. As it goes back now with it is gonna be the 4 of Balancio. Goes back out to Steinberg. As they're circling around here. Goes back out to Steinberg. As now Steinberg taking it from behind as it goes up, and it's gonna go in. With it is gonna be number 35 of Cooper Steinberg. Cooper Sternberg gets it in, and that's number 35. Fun fact, he was also the iPad holder for one of my post-game interviews. It was a little shaky, but he did a good job as we are going to head back again for the face-off. And we got Karen Hiko out there for the face-off. First time he's been out there for the face-off all season as number 35 of Sternberg got the goal there. So we're going to head back in the middle. A 19-0 game now for the Tuskers as we head back in. So now loose ball there. It's going to be picked back up by 21. 21 taking it as loose once again. Loose there, and who winds up with it? Ball back on the ground now. As movement now, and it's going to roll right into Marzella's net there to pick it on up. Andrew Marzella back in as he's going to throw him back out. Goes back out to Pico, Karen Pico, a sophomore at Somers High School. Goes a big one, finds number 25. That's James Quinn for the Tuskers. As now loose ball loses his net. Quinn loses his net there, but able to get it back as Sleepy Hall playing them tough here. As now with it now is Balancio. Balancio in the back finds Harry Bileski. Harry Bileski goes back out to Newman as he finds Di Pasquale. So Di Pasquale in the back now. As gonna take it to the back. So Di Pasquale bringing it around. Goes back to the back and it goes up and it goes in.
Number 4.
That's Balancio. Gets it in. And
Balancio.
Balancio gets his first goal of the day. Tuskers are gonna make it a 20-0 game. Last time Tuskers had a 20-0 lead, as it was the 4 of Balancio who got that goal. It was against Fox Lane on May 7th in that one. And once again, it's gonna be a 20-0 lead for the Tuskers, as they have great momentum here in this first playoff game, doing a phenomenal job on offense and defense. As it's gonna be a loose ball. As it takes a lot of effort on offense to score that many points, and defense to be a shutout at this point. As 21's going to take it to the back. Goes back out now to number 8 of Sleepy Hollow. As number 8 is going to take it, brings it around. As movement around.
Into the middle. Sticks caught up, flag flies. As he's wrestled to the ground there. I believe that they're going to be sending off number 25, James Brin of Somers, for a penalty there.
So now as the players switching on out, Will Marcus heads on in for the Tuskers as well. And yeah, both teams spread it on out as they are about to get started, as we have Cameron Violante. He is at least warming up on the side, not playing, they'll hang out with the little kids there. But so Violante looks to not be in today, as goes back out as 19 goes up under, and Marzella is gonna get it back. So Marzella throws it back up to Pico. Loose ball there. That's gonna be loose there once again. Loose ball, who winds up with a ball up in the air? It's gonna be Sleepy Hollow's ball. The Horseman's gonna take it back as 19 brings it around. Goes back up and goes up with it. What a goal for Sleepy Hollow, as they will get on the scoreboard. Number 8, Ben Myers gets it in, and Sleepy Hollow gets their first goal of the day as Myers gets it in, number 8. What a play and goal there for Sleepy Hollow, as they are going to get on the board. So the clock continues to tick as it is a 20-point lead. The clock is running at this point as we're going to head on back into the middle for the face-off.
Pico in there to take the face-off for Somers. Running clock, one minute remaining in the third period of play. Face-off is going to be loose, and it is going to be scooped up by Somers, but by Sleepy Hollow, but it's going to be awarded to Somers. So Pico to start with it for Somers. He's going to pass it off to Di Pasquale. Di Pasquale up to 32 for Somers. Jared Castillo, who thought he had a shot, but canceled it right at the last second and made a pass. And shot was smothered by Sleepy Hollow goalie. 17 with possession off to 7. Pressure in the middle from Somers, giving him a hard time getting over the line. 4 Somers defenders on him. Ball is loose and scooped up by Castillo Somers. And it's going to be passed off to Joey Balasio. Balasio with a pass over to Di Pasquale, but he was unable to handle it. Pass from Di Pasquale was intended for Bileski, but number 10 was able to grab it. George Sullivan of number 10 with a goal there.
George Sullivan has been a great player that have has come in a few times throughout the season and gotten multiple goals in these games where the Tuskers have been up by a lot, and gets another one. But now let's take a look at some defensive plays. As we're going to take a look, and Tuskers, look at the score, 21-1. They've been doing a phenomenal job on defense today, and look at some of them here. So, quick yard defensive highlights presented by the Somers Sports Broadcasting Club. So, a great defensive play there by Hudson Ruby to stop it going in. We got another one there as that was another attempted goal. And yeah, so another one there now as
Pass back to 10 with the shot.
And that was great defense there by Somers. Just some great defensive plays as we get ready for the fourth. And yes, it is senior night, but I want to take a moment to talk about Brandon and Jayden as well, as yeah, they've done a lot for this season. I'll talk about Jayden first. So Jayden, from the beginning, has really shown, since talking to him and asking him to join the club, he has really shown interest, especially this year with the broadcasts, and have done a phenomenal job. Just been very interested in it. And in the beginning, we were just going to do local live, but it was his idea to do the whole YouTube thing, and it has really been very successful in this season, and he's done a great job. He does all the tech and all that as well. Brandon has shown his interest from the beginning, helping me start this thing up, and one of the founding members shown very great interest, and he has helped me a ton make this thing big as well, and been very important in this. As we're going to start off as Harry Bileski there goes to the back, and he's as now it's going to be a loose ball there. But yeah, Brandon has really done a lot for our club as well. He came up with our show name, the Somers Sports Broadcast, as well, and it was his whole idea to do the merch as well. So yeah, both Brandon and Jayden, very important people that have helped me a ton in this club. And I can't think of any other better people to hand off the club to next year. So we're going to start.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So we're going to start back off with it as Duffy is going to take it. Duffy from behind, guard by 27. So Luke Duffy, a senior at Somers High School, takes it. He's had a couple goals this season, including one in that Fox Lane game at senior night a few weeks ago, as Sternberg goes back, finds Newman as Newman goes up, and that one goes in for the Tuskers. Jayden and Newman, I believe that's going to be his first. So Jayden Newman, number 18, gets it in, and now a 22-1 lead for the Tuskers, as it's been domination there. So just what a great play for the Tuskers. They find Newman there. And yeah, and it gets in. So 18 with the score. And now we have number 32 out there for the face-off. That is a Jared Costello. That's going to be a loose ball there, picked up. Loose ball still, as it's going to be picked back up by Harry Bileski. Movement now for Harry Bileski, taking it around. Great movement there for the freshman, as it's going to be a loose ball there. Moved up from the JV team. Harry Bileski has been in the game a few times, as Valencio back out there. Goes back out to Newman. Goes back out, finds Di Pasquale. Di Pasquale taking it to the back. As there goes Di Pasquale. It goes back out. As it goes up, that was number 18 of Newman who tried to get the goal there. As it was attempted goal, Somers being closer will retain as Valencia will start off with it.
Yeah, low shot there for Newman, just deflected, but Palacio working behind the net with a pass. Not sure it was intended to, but it's going to fall into the hands of Newman. Newman with an attempted shot wide. He's going to scoop it up, get his own rebound behind the net now. He's going to work his way around. He's going to have a shot, but I believe his stick was hit, and the ball is going to bounce out. Scooped up by number 3 of Sleepy Hollow across the line, the midfield line. He's going to pass to his teammate, number 8. Number 8 tried for 19 in the middle, but it is going to be scooped up by 28 of Somers, Harry Bileski. Bileski moving the ball up the field.
Goes back out to DePasquale, who goes back out to Sternberg as it goes up, and Sternberg gets it in. That's Sternberg's second goal of the day as that one goes in. So Sternberg finally opening there, underhand throw, and it's going to make it a 23-1 lead now for the Tuskers.
Sternberg of number 35. Number 35.
Now we're going to head back now out in the middle again, as out there for the face-off is 32 of Costello now out there. Seeing a mix of players out there for the face-off, as now we'll have Costello there. Got 14 out back and 21 out back, 27 out back closer for the Tuskers, and Valencia out there for the Tuskers. Now we're going to swap out for 15. We got Newman out back as well, getting ready to go in there for the face-off. Prepared for that as they're going to go in. And it's going to be Jared Costello who winds up with it, who's going to find number 18 of Newman, goes back out. Going to be a loose ball there as winds up rolling out, and it's going to be Sleepy Hall, number 7 of I believe is going to start back up with it.
7 now. Up the sideline here. Passes to his goalie, number 17, in the middle of the field, who's going to have a pass over the stick of 21. So Somers is going to take over on possession here, and DePasquale to bring it in.
DePasquale bring it on in now as it goes back. Going to go back out. Bileski, who finds number 32, who goes back out to Valencia. Valencia is going to bring it now to the back as Valencia. Movement around there as he's going to bring it around. Going to go to the back. Valencia goes back to Sternberg as it goes back out. Goes back out to Newman. Newman taking it now, trying to get up for the goal, and it's going to go off to the right. And as it looks like the Tuskers are set to take this one, we'll be back here on Friday, as we will be calling this will be the final hurrah here for us, our final game season, as this will be the final home game of the season for the Tuskers this Friday, as they will take on the winner of the Pearl River versus Nyack game. Pearl River the favorite heading into that one. So we're gonna start back out now, as starting back out is gonna be the Tuskers, as Sternberg back out to Balancio, who goes back out, finds number 10, who goes back out to Balancio. Number 10 is Sullivan. So now Balancio back with it, finds it again, goes back out to Sullivan. Now with it now is DePasquale. Goes back out, finds Sternberg. Sternberg back to Balancio, and it's gonna turn into Sleepy Hollow's ball.
Yeah, smothered by the keeper there. Looking for a pass. Pressured by Duffy. Pass up to 17 on the far sideline. He's going to pass to 2. Near the 30-yard line. 2 pressured by 2 Somers defenders. He's going to drop it off to 27. 27. We're looking for an opening here. He's going to be able to get past the defender for a shot. Shot that is going to be blocked.
Denied there, as now Ryder Pelkey in as the goalie denies it there, as it's going to be taken back now. Movement now for the Tuskers, as going to take it back. Newman goes to the back, finds Sullivan. Sullivan bow back to Duffy, as Duffy goes back to DePasquale as it goes up, and it goes in with the goal. That is Jared Costello, as that one goes in. Now going to be a 24-1 lead, as Costello found the goal there. And the Tuskers make it a 23-point lead, as the 32 of Jared Costello gets it in now. So now back into the middle is Jared Costello, coming off the win against the goal for the Tuskers, and will be taking on now number 16, who's in there for the face-off, Jack Marvin. Marvin and Costello going to start off. Bolesky now back in for the Tuskers. Sternberg out. And that is, that's number 10, O'Sullivan, in for the Tuskers.
Yeah, so Newman to bring it up now. He's going to pass it off to Deepest Quality to Duffy behind the net. He's not going to be unable to gain possession. And possession is going to be awarded to Sleepy Hollow, although I did think Duffy was closer.
So now going to take it as Sleepy Hollow as 3:32 left in this one. It's going to be a loose ball now. Rolls out. That will make it Somers ball as Pasquale taking it with the Somers bench and backup players being in. That still hasn't been an issue. They are still playing phenomenal lacrosse and looking great, still dominating this team as Pasquale goes back out. Is going to find Bolesky. Bolesky back to Sternberg. Sternberg taking it, movement around there. Going to take it to the back. As Sternberg, movement guarded by number 1. Back around. Here comes Sternberg as it goes up, goes back out, and it's kind of going to be pulling out of bounds. Bolesky going to pull back. It's going to take it back up as an attempted shot. Tuskers being closer. They're going to retain possession.
With it behind the net. Now George Sullivan. George trying to get to the front of the net. Or around his defender. He's able to make a pass off to Sternberg, who makes a pass off to, that is number 18, Newman. Newman passed off to Bolesky, back to Newman now. Newman guarded heavily with a shot over the net. He's brought down to the ground. It's going to be no call on that. And to bring it back in is going to be Pasquale. Pasquale passes to Burleski. Burleski with a shot that is knocked down by the keeper. Loose ball there. No one has gained possession. Yes, 21 from Hollow has gained possession, brought it over the midfield mark.
So the call, wait to see what the call is, but 136 this one. The Tuskers have tied their season best. 24 points in a game, as it's going to be a timeout. And as we continue.
Timeout. Causing that as Sternberg returns a broken stick to the sideline. Most likely broken when the ball was on the ground there and everyone was fighting for it.
But as we have more, I asked Coach Hirsch a question. Cool question. And I asked him, what college or professional lacrosse team would you compare this Tusker squad to the most and why? And he said, I think it's hard to compare the levels between high school and college and football, but statistically, I think we're similar. The Tuskers are similar to Cornell. Cornell has a sense of ball movement and tried to promote the riding intensity we want to have, and the defensive grit as well, and transition and culture. That just talks about how these two teams are very similar. And yeah, so. Let's talk about, as we continue in the timeout, the playoff format and how it's going to work. So basically, move on and play the winner of the Pearl River Nyack game, and then there's then that game we have the Y game, and the other game, Tappan Z game as well. Those two play the winner of each other, and then those games meet in the section championship, and that's how the playoffs look in the section. And welcome back as 1:36 left in this one. This game flew by fast as the Tuskers have played with amazing grit and great teamwork, a great team effort today as we have 1:36 left in this one.
1:36 left. Start us off, Sleepy Hollow with possession on the Somers side. 14 at the top. 14 passes it off to number 4. Working around Burleski. 4 with a intended pass to number 9, but it's going to get away, and it's going to be scooped up by number 6 just before it rolls out of bounds. Passes up to 14 at top. 14 trying to work in, heavily guarded. 14 over to 4. 4 finds 19. 19 jogging around now. 19 trying to work in, trying to get a goal in those last moments of the season for Sleepy Hollow. 14. They're guarded by 35 Somers. 9 at the top now. 9 to 4. 4. 4 with a shot. Shot that goes wide. May have been deflected by Ryder. Ryder chases it down. He's closest when he goes out of bounds. So Somers is going to take over on possession with 30 seconds remaining in the game. 24-21 score.
24-1. It's a 23-point lead for the Tuskers, as this would be their farthest win margin. As now it's a loose ball again, picked back up. That's going to be Sullivan who's going to take it. 14 seconds left in this one as they're just focusing on running out the clock. Will they get 25 to tie their record? But regardless, the Somers Tuskers as down the ground, picked back up by Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow tries to get a far one. Going to be caught by Pelkey, but that won't matter as the Somers Tuskers will advance to play the winner of the Pearl River Nyack game this Friday. Tune into that as we'll be back doing that. What a great performance by the Tuskers and an amazing win to take this one 24-1. And let's just take a look at some second half highlights now. So, yeah, just talk about so many great players. So here's one. It's Sternberg who's gonna get it in there. A great goal there for Sternberg. Here's another one. So now back out to Hernandez. Another great goal there by Hernandez. That I believe was in the first half, but still a great play there by Hernandez. Here's another one. So now taking it back. And a great defensive play there. Marzella denying it from going in. But yeah, that ball as it did wind up going in. Hard to see the full replay here, but that was the goal for Sleepy Hollow actually that went in there. And yeah, those were your second half highlights, but I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Brandon, do you have any final thoughts?
No final thoughts. Good win for Somers today.
Yeah, just great performance by the Tuskers. I just want to thank everyone who tuned in today. Have a great night, everyone. The Tuskers take this one 24-1, and we'll play the winner of the Pearl River Nyack game this coming Friday. See you then, and have a great night, everyone.